Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rocket. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense going to get the chance to start this game off. On the ground, it's Edwards. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. To the air, it's Kennedy. Fires downfield. Working that left side. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Oakland. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Edwards. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Horned Frogs offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Grabbed over the middle. It's James. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the move, it's Payne. Turning it on! Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Caught in the backfield, it's James. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're looking to throw on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Payne. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Horned Frogs will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll run play action. Keeps looking downfield. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This is a money play on third and goal. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Snagged in the middle. It's Russell. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He'll pull it on the read. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back got thumped, and and that happened fast. That linebacker got in there so quick.
And the most important thing for the back, when you see that coming, make sure that football is riveted to your rib cage.
You lose the football, you lose the ability to carry the football. Coaches are going to give that squarely to somebody else.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it in the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Payne. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception. Stealing points now off the board.
They'll try to pop the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Catch in the middle, it's Nicholas. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Nicholas. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. A designed run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down, still moving. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Oakland. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Kansas State pushing the pace. Looking downfield, it's Kennedy. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Punt is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The screen, he's got wheels. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. A shot toward the end zone. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down.
On the double. 42.
Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for his players.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Navy. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got it in the middle. It's Oakland. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job working with us. Dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room.
Front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Safe completion on the screen. He'll be stopped at the 27.
2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was...
Breaks into the open. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Quick completion on the out. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with second and short. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll leave it with the lone back. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Throws for the tight end. Got it downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Looking for the end zone. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Throws toward the end zone. And that pass was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to help the defense. I think they jumped.
Offside defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before getting ball and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Kennedy. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Wide receiver comes in motion. This is a designed run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Kennedy. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? It kept getting...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Wildcats in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Still running at the 40. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Tight end now in motion. To the air. It's Hoover. Finds his tight end.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They try to get it outside on the left. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time.
Going for it all. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Edwards. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Edwards. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Kennedy. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.